What's going on, everybody? Mike here with iSMELL. Hope this video is finding everybody warm and well. In today's video, we are going to be diving into the independent fragrance house of HEZ Parfums. The owner and founder, creator, Hez Binkowitz, reached out to me a couple weeks ago. He said, hey, I have this fragrance, no obligation, but I would love to send it your way. If you enjoy it, reach back out to your subscribers and let them know what you think. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Today, I'm going to be giving you my honest, authentic, and unbiased opinions of Rue Bourbon EDP. So yeah, quite a bit of information to cover in this review. Let's get into it. Okay, so before we start talking about notes, what I smell, price point, presentation, any of that stuff, I do want to kind of give you a bit of an origin into HEZ Parfums and what made Hez want to create this fragrance house in the first place. He is a Southern boy at heart. He was born and raised in Louisiana, so he had to move his family over to Houston for reasons I won't fully disclose, but just know at the surface level, this fragrance is meant to capture the heart and the vibe of Bourbon Street, but that's just at the surface level. At a deeper level, this fragrance at its heart does not include notes. It includes the story of a father's loss and the remembering of a better time through scent memories, but also not forgetting those experiences that you did have. I had the opportunity, the privilege, and the honor to share not only text conversations, but an actual conversation with Hez, voice to voice, get to know him a bit, and he shared his story. And if there was ever a perfumer to get behind, y'all, this is the guy. This one right here only costs you about $40 for a 30 milliliters. It's an Eau de Parfum. And to save y'all some money, I do have a promo code iSMELL15, but I don't get any kickback. Just know that when you purchase from Hez, you are purchasing from a real, authentic, and honest person with a real story. Okay, so when Hez initially reached out to me, I thought he was only going to be sending me a decant, but as y'all can tell by now, he sent me the full-size 30 milliliter bottle, and along with the full-size bottle, he provided me with the full-size presentation, which I will show y'all right now. It did come encased in a gigantic box. This is what the box looks like. And encased in this box is going to be a thank you letter, which is an excellent touch. Good job on that, Hez. That's an awesome touch because it allows for you to connect with your subscribers, your base, your supporters, to let them know that you care. And it's something that I do in every single one of my giveaways. I always provide a thank you card. I write a personal letter on the back just to let you know thank you for supporting me in this endeavor. Thank you for supporting me along in my journey as well. Inside of the box itself, there is going to be a gratuitous amount of packing paper, and I mean gratuitous amount, and then encased is going to be bubble wrap, and it securely holds the fragrance, so you do know that your fragrance is going to arrive to your house without being broken. Along with the full-size bottle, Hez also gave me a travel size decant. I got the okay from Hez to go ahead and pay it forward and give it to somebody, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give this decant away to one of my subscribers. All you gotta do, two things, just make sure you're subscribed, obviously, and then leave a comment below. Let me know you would love to check out the fragrance, and I will send it to you free of charge. Just make sure you're subscribed and make sure you live in the United States. As I say in every single one of my giveaways, shipping is a grip. So in terms of the box, the presentation, that's pretty much what you're gonna get. As it relates to the bottle itself, it did remind me of a fragrance in particular. I could not put my finger on it. It didn't look like any bottle that I had in my collection, but it did look like a bottle that my wife has in her collection, and I will show you that real quick. As you can tell, there are some resemblances there, which is cool because Coco Mademoiselle from Chanel is a timeless classic, as is the bottle and presentation. The only mark that I'm going to give this entire presentation is going to be the cap, but I'm not going to be too harsh of a critic because I'm not a perfumer. I don't know how hard it is to distribute a fragrance. I don't know how hard it is to source all the materials needed to create a fragrance and its presentation, but the only thing that kind of gets a mark is going to be the cap itself. It does feel cheap. It does feel plastic, but it does hold the fragrance securely. It's not going to fall. So, I mean, that's not really an issue at the end of the day. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a couple of sprays and let you know what I smell on this fragrance. Hez did an excellent job of keeping the guesswork out of it and writing the notes on the front, so that's what I'm gonna read off to you right now. At the top, there's going to be apple and spice. In the mid, there's going to be bourbon, tobacco, and tonka bean. And then in the base is going to have sandalwood, cedar, and vanilla. I'm gonna let you know right out the gate though that I don't pick up on all those notes, but there are some notes in this composition that I 100% pick up on. The atomizer is going to be on par for that price point. The price point again is around $40, even cheaper if you use the iSMELL 15 code. At that price point, this one is 100% worthy of buying, you guys, especially when you consider that he is good people, and good people presenting good product deserve to be supported. The atomizer again is awesome for the price point. It doesn't lock up, doesn't feel cheap or anything. Immediately, right out of the gate, no perfumers, alcohol, doesn't have no funky smell, smells great immediately, you guys. This one right here, and I talked to Hez, I did let him know that I did pick up on the bourbon right away, and he said, hey, wait till this thing macerates, it's gonna get even better. That's what I pick up on. I pick up on the bourbon right away. It's bourbon, it's spices, dry spices, as well as a sweet apple accord. I first sprayed this when I got it in, and I was like, man, I pick up on spices right away, but I don't know what kind of spices it is. In my mind, I was like, oh, it's cinnamon. That's what I just kept thinking. It smells like cinnamon spice. It smells like spiced apple bourbon, which is a good combination when you really think about it. It's a mass appealing type scent profile that a lot of people are going to be drawn to, but even with it being mass appealing, it doesn't smell like anything I have in my collection, which is even more of a plus. I have already sprayed myself. This is literally my scent of the day. I'm gonna give y'all one more though, just to let y'all know that this is a fragrance that is worthy of actually wearing. I don't plan on washing my hand off when I'm done with this video. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't present a fragrance and say it was good if it wasn't good. And this one is good, you guys. You get spices, you get apple, and you get bourbon right away. As the fragrance begins to move throughout the mid, the bourbon is going to be dissipating, and I only know that because I have worn this a couple times at this point. The bourbon begins to dissipate, the spices remain throughout the entirety of the fragrance, the sweetness remains for the entirety of the fragrance. It's not as sweet as Stronger With You, absolutely though, but that's kind of the overall vibe, the general feeling of the fragrance, if you will, the demeanor. Like a Killian's apple brandy type fragrance. Yeah, in the mid, you are going to pick up on more dry spices. The tobacco is listed, but it doesn't ever come full to the front, but you do still smell spices through a good majority of the fragrance. I don't pick up on much tonka bean, but there is a bit of sweetness in there. I'm sure it's doing its job. And then in the dry down, what you're gonna have is a almost powdery, vanillic, warm, ambery fragrance, and that is from the mouth of Hez himself. He said the vision of the fragrance was to provide something where you're going out for the day or going out for the night, you're gonna be on Bourbon Street, you're gonna get a bite to eat. I'm gonna give you something of a gourmand, and then you're gonna go out drinking and have a good time. This one has those boozy facets as well. People are smoking, you're gonna pick up tobacco in the air, and then in the dry down, you're comfortable, you're warm, you're having a good time, you get that vanillic, ambery dry down. All in all, it's a beautiful fragrance, a beautifully smelling fragrance from start to finish. I am so glad that I have a full-size bottle. I don't have anything in my collection that smells entirely like this, although in its utility, there are fragrances that serve a similar function. The performance is better than I anticipated. I got about 7 or 8 hours, which is on par for an eau de parfum, and the longevity is great in general. And the compliment factor, I can't really speak to that as I haven't got any compliments on it yet. But in general, I have heard Randy, Fragrance Dude, say his wife complimented him on it as well, and I can see this being a scent profile where you would get a lot of compliments in general. So if y'all value that, just take that for what it's worth. All in all, it's an excellent fragrance that I would recommend, especially for that $40 price point. All right, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for me. Those are my thoughts and opinions on Rue Bourbon from Hez Parfums. I want to thank Hez. Big shout out to Hez. I really do appreciate you, brother. It's been an absolute honor and pleasure to get to know you more via text and conversations. Next time I'm in Houston, man, I will do my best to reach out to you so that we can link up, have lunch, get to know each other better as people, man. That's what it's really about in this community. That's what I started this channel on and about, was actually connecting with people in this fragrance community who share a similar mind and a similar hobby. Again, I really do appreciate you sending me this fragrance to check out. If you enjoy fragrance related content, if you found value in this video specifically, I am going to encourage you to subscribe to the channel. I mean, why not? It's literally free dollars. It costs you nothing. It's like a gentlemanly agreement. Here's the exchange. I provide you free content. If you've watched more than 2 or 3 of my videos, you subscribe. It seems like an even exchange. When you think, I agree. All right, you guys, I can't sit here and promise you that I have a ton of content coming down the pipe, but what I can promise you is that every single time I upload, you are going to be getting authentic, honest, and unbiased opinions. In the year 2023, that has to count for something. Until next time, you guys, y'all take care, stay safe. Good luck on the giveaway. I'll see y'all around. Bye.